competition, shoot me an email at eclub@okstate.edu. It'd be an opportunity for you to, take a part in what we're trying to do with the club this year. And our elevator pitch competition is on the 26th and 27th. We're going to give $1,000 in prizes. I know some people probably don't even know what an elevator pitch is, so we're going to have a mock elevator pitch today. Michael Tate, he's with Clean NG. He is also a former officer in the E-Club and a very valuable advisor for us. And he's going to do a quick elevator pitch, and we're going to have a chance to ask some questions to him about his business and just give the elevator pitches in general. We'll have an online sign-up for that starting Friday. So if you're interested, or if you know anybody who might be interested in participating in this competition, let me know. One thing that's new this year is that our winner of the elevator pitch competition will automatically qualify for the elevator pitch competition at the CEO conference, which has tons and tons of other money and prizes and stuff available. So it's a great opportunity if you have a good idea. Of course, Noah and Michael Morris aren't here right now, so we'll just go ahead and continue with that. Some of the things that we're going to talk to us about are the experiential classroom, which is where they basically teach teachers to teach about entrepreneurship. And they need volunteers to come and take part in that. And it comes with a free breakfast. It's on Saturday, September 24th from 8:30 to 11. And we'll have a sign-up sheet out here, so if you're interested in taking part in that. Everybody who participates in that will also get a certificate of appreciation from the Regatta Center. The Cowboy Boot Camp for Entrepreneurs is an outreach program from the Regatta Center, where business owners and people who are getting ready to start businesses in the community will come to this event, and they need consultants to help them solve their business problems. So if you feel like you've got something to offer people who are trying to start their own business, or you just want to get some consulting experience, we'll have a sign-up sheet for that, and there'll be like an orientation and stuff. So if you're not sure you know what to do, don't worry about it. There'll be training sessions for that. So if you're interested in that, we'll have sign-up sheets for that online, and I'll make sure emails get out. Before I go forward, is everybody here getting emails from E-Club? I want to make sure that our notification list is up. And so if you're not getting emails, I know Johnny, you're not, you got to get that fixed. Rock, you're not getting them either. Lamar, I'm sorry.
I know Rock, so I understand.
Yeah. You're not getting them either?
No, well, I tried actually going on there, paying dues over the internet, as well as last time I think it's past Thursday, but it seems to have a problem to do so, so
okay. When we finish, would you make sure you see me so that way we can make sure we get everything set up for you?
Definitely.
When we get you on our email list. Let's see. So we got that taken care of. Also, this is a big program that we're collaborating with the Department of Entrepreneurship on, and that's the East Central High School Mentorship Program. Some of you may know that the Department of Entrepreneurship has entered into a partnership agreement with East Central High School. It's an inner city school that is trying to set up a entrepreneurship magnet there. And the OSU Department of Entrepreneurship has agreed to try and set up some resources for the students there. And one of those things is a mentorship program, where we'll have students here, upper division and graduate students, that will partner or that will mentor the juniors and seniors in high school who are part of this magnet program. And it's a good opportunity for you to make a difference in somebody else's life. You also gain community service credit for it. So it's used, and that's used by the university to give away a lot of different awards and even scholarships. So it's a good program to be a part of. And if you're interested in that, we have applications here you can fill out, or also online. Some of you may have gotten email from us about that. Okay, at this time we're going to go ahead and ask Michael Tate to come up and give us an example of an elevator pitch. So if you will please join me in welcoming.
Thanks, guys. Normally I have this memorized, goes up till 5 in the morning with a proposal for a grant. So forgive me if I read some of this. In 2008, the economy sank and gas prices skyrocketed. Natural gas became a huge buzzword in the media. Yet 3 years later, we've seen very little change in the natural gas industry. This is because of two main reasons. First, there's lack of infrastructure in the natural gas field. Second, vehicles lack the range mainly due to tank size, weight, and capacity. Our solution is the MagnaCell fuel storage tank, a Type 4 full composite high-pressure vessel. The MagnaCell's proprietary material combination allows for fuel pressure to be stored at 5,800 pounds per square inch, or PSI. This is a 50% increase in pressure from the current standard of 3,600 PSI in the industry. This added pressure allows for a reduced size and weight of the tank and increased capacity. My name is Michael Tate. I'm a co-founder of Clean Energy LLC, an innovator of advanced performance products for natural gas vehicles. Our mission is to increase fuel storage capacity and vehicle range in natural gas vehicle fuel systems. My company is looking for $350,000 seed investment to get us through fuel system prototyping and into full production. I'd like to take any of your questions about this time.
So at this point, have you raised any outside capital already?
Yes, our company won second place in the Reality Business Plan competition last year, which I encourage you guys to enter if you have a business idea. We also received a $25,000 EDGE grant. EDGE is the Economic Development for Generating Excellence, and raised some funds through that. And right now we're about to go into prototyping this month and develop our first prototype and test our idea with proof of concept.
How much gas can you actually like compress into, say, like a cubic foot area? I mean, what is it exactly that you're doing? You're compressing gas into smaller
Yes,
areas.
so basically right now the industry standard is 3,600 PSI in a tank. That's 3,600 pounds per square inch inside one vessel. Our idea is basically to strengthen the vessel, and it holds 50% more. So your tank's this size, my tank's this size, but mine holds 50% more fuel than yours.
I say,
So, I mean, basically the amount is
I see the advantage, no 50% coverage.
So it's increasing the range while also reducing the weight and size. So if we can fit the same amount of fuel into you, you would need a tank, say this big, to hold the same amount of us.
So what does that equate to in range and distance? How far can you go on a regular tank versus your tank?
So we use the example of a 3-tank setup in a natural gas vehicle. It's standard for most commercial vehicles. And for that, most people can get about 250 miles out of a tank or out of a full fill. And our vehicle will get 300 miles. So we have to get about additional 100 miles per vehicle, or about 50 miles.
You say you're looking for initial investment of 50,000?
350,000. Yep.
And just need people to invest on it?
Yeah, so basically, we're looking for,
What percentage are you looking for?
for the $350,000, I believe we're looking for 26% equity ownership in the company. So you would own 26% of our company if you made the full $350,000 investment, which would have a 6 times returning on it for about $1.8 million. So, Justin.
I was going to say, what's your company? So your company's valued at what, 1.4? Is that what you guys value your company?
Valuation pre-money right now is $1.4 million.
What's the market size?
Our market size in the U.S. is $374 million, and that's estimated to grow at 18% continually over the next 5 years to $724 million.
So do you actually have your product in use somewhere already? Or is this
No, like I said, we're planning on getting our first prototype done at the end of this month. We were actually supposed to do our first prototype tomorrow, but our materials didn't ship out till today, so we're having to push that back a week, but we should have a full working prototype at the end of the month, so that's a pretty big deal.
Any questions?
Do you have any competitors?
There's lots of competitors. Most of them aren't shooting for the pressure range that we are.
say, theoretical scenario, you're in an elevator and you turn to your side and you notice Donald Trump standing there. You've got this great business idea and you have until Donald Trump gets out of the elevator to tell him about this idea and convince him to invest in your idea. So basically you have 2 minutes to give a pitch about your business idea in front of a panel of judges, and then you'll answer judges' questions, and the judges will judge you based on certain criteria, and the winners from that competition, first place will receive $500, second place will get $300, and third place will get $200. So there's 3 chances to win, and what you've got to lose, right? So if you've got a business idea, make sure you check our website this weekend. We'll have the application form, and I'll go ahead and send an email out too, so that you know when that's available. Yeah.
Do you go in teams or do you go by yourself?
Well, you can have teams, but generally, I mean, how easy is it to have teams do pitches? Because like for example, Michael, he's got business partners, and sometimes when they do pitches, he does them, sometimes Matt does them. So it's a good idea for everybody in the team to be familiar enough that they could get an elevator pitch if the opportunity presented itself. And if you wanted to, you could team up for the elevator pitch, but it seems like with 60 seconds, you kind of waste time passing it back and forth. But if you want to, sure. No reason you can't. You guys have any questions about the elevator pitch? Okay. Well, looks like Nola is here, and she's going to talk to you about the experiential classroom and entrepreneurial boot camp and other things that is going on right now with the Riata Center. So please join me in welcoming Nola. We got sandwiches.
Great. Thanks, Fashion. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you guys that were here last year. I think there's a lot of you that were in the Eagle last year. You guys just did a terrific job. You're ranked 9th in the world, so we're so proud of you, and I'm proud that we can be a part of the club. This year is, I think, you're going to be, hopefully, maybe you'll be number 1. You're doing such a great job so far. So far, so good. Anyway, how many people are new and don't know about the Riata Center? Okay, so I'll just go through it really quickly, the programs that we have, and then Fashion, you talked about the volunteers for the experiential classroom.
You mentioned it.
Okay, so just, I'll give you a little bit of background about some of the events that we do, so you'll know what you're volunteering for and, you know, what you can hope to get out of it. And so, okay. Basically, this is the structure for this, for the entrepreneurship program. Dr. Morris runs the School of Entrepreneurship, which is all the curriculum and all the degrees. So you guys that are majors and minors and the master's programs and all the faculty. And then I run the Riata Center for Entrepreneurship, which is the old classroom next to the Watson training floor. And that is our outreach center for the entrepreneurship program. So we do programs that are like the Riata internship, the business plan competition that's $40,000. So and basically what we're about is really building a vibrant culture of entrepreneurship, not only in the business school, but across the campus. So if you guys have friends that are not in the business school that want to be entrepreneurs, you should tell them to join the E-Club. You should tell them to take entrepreneurship classes. I mean, some of the teams like Clean Energy, Explosive, they're combinations of students. Max Q, engineering students. You guys, if you're a business student, you bring a huge amount of value to your team or to your business, but you also need great ideas, and sometimes those technical people in design, you guys can get together and do some great things. So it's nice to have friends and other people that you know across the campus. And so really, we work across the campus in the business school, and we do a lot of programs across the state of Oklahoma and also nationally. Basically, we offer, what we're about, what the entrepreneurship program does is it gives you guys experiential learning. So you're not just doing cases and you're not just doing classes and all that, but we give you a chance to touch and feel and experience what it's like to be an entrepreneur, because that's what prepares you best to go out there and do and have your own business someday. And even if you don't have a business, if you get a job, to think like an entrepreneur and to be successful in whatever you do. Okay. So these are some of the outreach programs we do, and I'll touch on a few of the core ones, but have a portfolio of outreach programs that do different things. They're designed to target different kinds of things in entrepreneurship. Some of these, of course, are classes like the Dilemmas and Debates that's going to be here, that is every Wednesday night. Basically, everything we do is designed to give you guys, students at OSU, exposure to entrepreneurs and to thinking like an entrepreneurship. And that's what we're doing. Okay, so what we also do is we try to get about 200 entrepreneurs involved in the program across the campus every year, and that's what you're seeing. So, like the Dilemmas and Debates, some of the speakers that you guys are going to have on the E-Club, and hopefully you'll have a chance to tour some really neat businesses like your speakers, and we have a company in Tulsa that's invited you guys to come up. So the other things that you do that are really, really high value for you are learning how to be consultants to some of the startup businesses that we have at the boot camp. And so those are all, not only are they sort of, you know, intrinsically helpful to your own learning, but you basically, if you put down on your resume that you were a consultant to one of the boot camp's delegates, or you were a Regatta intern and you did a business plan for a startup, you know, technology company or something, I mean, those are all high resume value things. And so I don't want you to do stuff because you're trying to improve your resume, but I do think that, you know, what you put out, you know, comes back to you. What, you know, you get a lot of things, you get different kinds of rewards from putting a lot of work into stuff and learning. And that's really true about the entrepreneurship program. So we create a lot of opportunities for you guys, and we hope that you'll take advantage of that and try to meet as many entrepreneurs as you can, ask them lots of questions, and try to see what it's going to be like for you to step out in the world and be entrepreneurs yourselves. Okay, one of the things, let's see, Michael, and I guess there's no one else from the hatchery tonight, but these are the, and actually, I'm sorry, this is last year's year, but Explossafe is now moved over to the Masters Venture Lab. G Factor is still there, Clean and G. But Brooklyn Stone Packaging has graduated, but they've still got a great business. Max Whitemeyer is moving down to Dallas. Ebenezer Group is there, and then Larry Search is graduated. He's still working on his business out of the PhD out of his office in Henner Hall. So we have a couple new businesses. One is Near Digital, which works on applications for mobile phone, and then we have a truffle farm company, and they were both in the business plan competition last year. So I think they're really close to hopefully getting their products on the market. But we're really excited, and we work very closely with the companies that are in the fourth floor hatchery. Okay. This is some pictures, and basically these everybody who wants to get into the hatchery has to apply and interview you. And if we think we can help the company, we try to bring you in, depending on how the space is. And then this is the list of some of the companies that were in the last year's New Venture Lab. The Henner Hall, are you guys all familiar with Henner Hall, the one that's perpendicular to the Spear School? On the third floor and the first floor, we have master student businesses, and there's about 23 of them. These are the ones that, I think all of these have graduated except Cyro Installation, which is still there. Jody Navarre is one of the members of that business, but these are all ongoing businesses, I believe. Phil Seller Farm, Kip Kelly won an award last year in the business plan competition, and he went home and set up his farm. So he's going, and Pat Henrique says she's already been there, and he gave her some of his free-range chickens. Still starting to grow stuff, but it's really exciting because all of these businesses were started right here on campus, and we, you know, we're extremely proud of you guys that just take the plunge and go out and start your businesses while you're students, because that's a great time to start it when you don't have a lot of financial responsibilities. And yeah, you don't have a lot of money, but it really is, it takes a lot of courage and a lot of, you know, creativity and a lot of, you know, basically just going out there and doing it. And people like Justin that are having businesses, and you guys, I know that you have business in the Masters Incubator. So anyways, if any, you know, we encourage everybody, if you guys have ideas, come to us and we'll help you start your business. Okay, so these are some other opportunities for student entrepreneurs. So let's go to the next slide. The Regatta Business Plan Competition, we give away $40,000 every year. We call for the applications. The intent's to compete in life-changing opportunity, and if anybody is, if you guys are thinking about going abroad, you can get 6 credits, and you basically do consulting for entrepreneurs in the townships, and it's really a terrific learning and growing experience, and you get to spend 6 weeks in Cape Town, which is really a neat experience. And it's not only the environment, but just the kinds of, the fact that you guys as students can really help people, you can change their lives, you can help them figure out how to make their business sustainable, and it really, it makes a huge impact for those people that we can help. It's some pictures from the students, working with some of the entrepreneurs and that they've been assigned to. Everyone works in teams, but they go into the townships and they get 2 entrepreneurs that they have to work with during the 6-week period. And of course, they get to do some fun things, shark diving and such. And safaris. Okay, and then the last thing is that, this is mostly underclassmen, but if you know anybody that is coming to OSU or is a freshman or underclassmen still is going to live on campus, I highly recommend the creativity, innovation, and entrepreneurship residential community. And I think fashion, this is one of the, are you going to work with the CIE group at all?
Yeah, I have a meeting with Dr. Westbrook.
Okay.
And we're going to discuss.
Okay, so they have projects too, and their main course is creativity, because these are students that are from across the campus. They're not necessarily, most of them are not business students, but they're interested in creativity and innovation and entrepreneurship, some aspect of that. So I think you guys are going to work with them. They usually volunteer on a couple of our projects, but it's nice for them to have more contact with students that are actually in entrepreneurship and have more experience. And that we hope you guys will work with them on some projects. And they're all run for the home. Okay, and then Fashion's going to talk. I'm sure you guys already know about CEO. Last year they had a great time, probably too good of a time in Chicago. And this year, hopefully you guys will have another great time. I think there's going to be like a busload of you guys going down or something to Dallas. So unfortunately, I won't be your chaperone. I don't know who's going to be the chaperone.
We don't have a chaperone.
But you don't? Oh, yeah, that's good.
Pretty good.
What's that? Everyone's over 18? Okay, all right. Anyways, that's a real highlight for you guys for the fall. I think it's a great experience, and it's fun for everybody. Okay. So then another project that I'll just start my recruitment now, but another project that we need you guys to come out and volunteer for that's really a great time is the Women's Inspire Conference. And this year it's going to be on April 4th. It's a Wednesday in Oklahoma City. We have it at the Cox Convention Center, but we bring in like 35 women entrepreneurs, and about 11 or 12 of them are from all across the country. And they're all hugely successful. So the first year we had Maxine Clark, who founded Build-A-Bear Workshops. And we had Courtney Harrington, who founded the Tennessee Bun Company, which is like the largest bun company in the country. And I think her story was that in a year they make enough buns to go end-to-end to the moon and back. So that just tells you how big her company is. And Susan Latz is the owner of Ridgewell's Caterers in Washington, D.C. But we just had the last one on April 5th, and we're going to have the next one on April 4th. So I hope you guys all want to come out to it, especially the women who want to come and hear some and see some great role models for entrepreneurship.
No, didn't Governor Fallon give you an award for last?
Well, she gave us proclaimed it Women Entrepreneurs Day in Oklahoma. So the governor's proclamation. Yeah, so she came and did that at lunch. So we hope she'll come again. So it's fun. It's a great time. Okay, so this is the boot camp that we do that we're asking you guys to come out for and think about doing some consulting. And those of you that have a lot of experience, we really need you, because especially people that have done their own business, or people that are like in a hatchery, or if you've done a Rihanna internship, or you've had a class where you've done a business plan. But even if you haven't and you want to learn how to be a consultant, you can sign up for this. But basically, we need you for 5 Saturdays starting on October 8th. You don't have to get there till like 11 or 12, depending on the weekend. But it's basically like a 1 to 2 hour commitment in Tulsa, on the Tulsa campus. And depending on how many people want to come up for that, you have to make a commitment to be there for a couple Saturdays. You can't just come like a onesie or twosie, because these people are there for 6 Saturdays. They've got real businesses, you know, their money's on the line and they need help. A lot of them, they come to the boot camp because they need help. They're either starting a business and they don't have money and they need to figure out how to generate revenues faster, or they've got a business, sometimes it's struggling. So Will Joyce is going to coordinate that, the existing director of the Riyadh Center, and he'll coordinate you guys. But it's really fun, and you learn a lot. He'll help you. He'll kind of coach you guys in how to consult with these entrepreneurs. Michael, you did it one year, right?
I did both the consulting and the actual.
Yeah.
So,
It was good.
yeah, they're both definitely learning experience.
Yeah, they're great learning experience. I mean, it's really great to be able to help other people too. You guys have certain skills that you're young that a lot of the people in another generation don't have, and that's where you can really be of service to those people over 30 that don't know how to use computers. No, I mean, not, you know, cloud or whatever. Okay, next one. Okay, so, the experiential classroom, this is where we really need you. So we need everybody to volunteer for us on this. Basically, we're going to bring 80 people from across the country, and they're going to come to Oklahoma to learn how to teach entrepreneurship. And most of them are faculty in different areas. Some of them are entrepreneurs that are getting into the classroom for the first time. But anyway, we bring a whole 2 busloads of the delegates. They come to Tulsa on Thursday, and they have, you know, full-on intensive workshops that are being taught by our faculty, by faculty that fly in from across the country. But it's really exciting that all of this is sort of happening in Oklahoma and at OSU, because really what it means is that we are regarded by many of the entrepreneurship programs across the country as leaders in the entrepreneurship teaching field. But what we need students to do is come and volunteer on Saturday when we put everybody through a real classroom situation. It's a simulated classroom situation. And so we need volunteers for that. We just need you for a couple hours. I think we need you at 8:30 over at the classroom building, and you'll be done by 11. I think you have to read 1 or 2 cases. Craig, do you remember if it's 1 or 2 cases?
I think it's 2.
2 cases. And so you can sort of participate, and you get to critique the teachers and all of that. But some of you guys that are in certain classes, some of your instructors in entrepreneurship are going to be offering extra credit. But if you're not in one of those classes, please come and volunteer. We'll feed you breakfast. And we'll feed you a lot of donuts, and anyway, but it's a great thing to do, and it's fun if we get